with your own writing?
I always try and download what is in the chart just to see what people are listening to, and there's obviously a lot of American music, a lot of urban stuff in there, and I think what I'm trying to do is wouldn't necessarily fit in the charts right now. You know, I like to think of it as kind of intelligent pop or just something a bit different. And sorry, what was the question again?
Your influences, essentially.
Oh yeah, so when I write, I sort of write little stories about kind of what it comes from personal experience, but I like to put it into sort of other people, so I make little characters and things. But I try and listen to a lot of stuff, and I grew up with lots of 50s music and like live sounding stuff, and I'm loving Ed Sheeran at the moment because he seems like just something new. You know, if you look at the top 10, he's definitely different.
It's interesting because the last time I spoke to you, there was still a lot of kind of articles in press that would throw your gender in there. Like they've mentioned, like she's a girl drummer, she's a great drummer for a girl. That seems to be kind of going away now, and like obviously rightly so. But when you go to countries like Japan and the US, is that kind of almost like a marketing gimmick, like whether or not it's deliberate? I mean, like, is that something that you feel that will always be around just because of how things are, or is it getting easier?
Yeah, I think there are obviously a lot of girl drummers out there, but there aren't sort of many people drumming and singing, and especially because when I drum, I don't really have to think about it, so I can just drum and sing at the same time. Yeah. Which I guess is probably quite difficult if you haven't really practiced it. But yeah, I think it's definitely a kind of a unique thing, and like you say, whether it's deliberate or not, I'm sure it's a factor in it.
But you probably have experienced some people going, like she's pretty good for a girl, even though it's
such
a bullshit criticism.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I don't know, I just want people to judge my playing.
You're also on the verge of doing a television ad for a perfume. Did that go ahead, or what was the story there?
Yes, yeah, it did. That was for Nina Ricci, which is a French fashion brand. They have perfumes as well, and they were looking for a new artist to kind of collaborate with, and so I'm singing in the advert. It's a cover of Sunday Girl, Blondie, and yeah, it was just a great opportunity. It's a worldwide ad, so it's just a good way of people kind of discovering my music, and it's, I'm kind of dressed up as a princess in the commercial, which isn't really, I don't know, I'm not sort of how I am every day, but it's like a dream-like scenario if you watch it.
So you're not like a princess every day, then?
No.
You're over here for the Arthur's Day celebration, that's tomorrow. How did you get involved, and are you partial to the black stuff?
I have never tried Guinness, which sounds really bad, but I was thinking if I'm going to do it, then I should do it in Dublin on Arthur's Day. I'm really looking forward to it, yeah. Really can't wait I'm really excited about the pub gig as well, a surprise gig. I don't know where I'm playing yet either, so...
So a pint of Guinness right before you go on stage then?
Yeah. Well, maybe afterwards, not before.
And just lastly, the album is probably going to hopefully come out next year, or obviously there's no dates or anything, but what can you tell us about that? I'm
definitely going to release an album next year. It's a question of whether I do it independently or with a label. So I've had interest from lots of different labels, but at the same time, at the minute, my project funds itself through doing things like the Nina Ricci campaign and then gigs. I've got quite a good relationship with fashion brands and things, so I'm lucky that I can stay independent, and it's not that I'm against signing to a label or anything. It's just I want to see sort of how far I can go on my own and keep building that fan base and keep putting my music out when I want to and things like that.